See the freakish goal. Scored the equalizer, but it didn't give the complete security back for whatever reason. We struggle with controlling the game, obviously, but which is difficult then against the side with the speed they have up front. We gave too many balls away. And the boys tried, so really tried. We had a lot of possession. We had obviously big chances which we can or should use. But in the end, we believe if it's 1-1 and you defend the situation around the second goal like this, then you leave everything open. So for them, so it's really that's not. I don't know exactly, but it looks like so in between we try to have we think we have the ball, then we don't have it, but then we don't close it. Then we have a 2 or 3v1 situation on the wing. Ball gets still out, which is actually not to explain really, but it gets out, and then in the end it's a 2v1 in the box, and he can finish the situation off. So that's the description of what happened. But the problem is we cannot control this kind of game in the moment, and that's obviously a problem.
8th of Premier League games, you conceded the first goal after what you said, a good start. I know, like, if you had a button you could fix it, you would. But why has it become a habit, though? Why has it become a habit?
I mean, how can you know this goal bring together with all the other goals we conceded? It's pretty much an own goal, but nothing to do with the situation. It's a non-situation, and then pass the ball away and the goalie slips. So yeah, I know. So, but that's now really difficult to answer. In this situation, it's unlucky, whatever. But it happened anyway, and they use it. We had a similar situation before that, which we didn't use, where the goalie and the defender have a misunderstanding. We don't use it, but yeah, that's it.
You said in your first answer, we can't control this kind of game at the moment. How do you change that? It's obviously not a quick fix.
No, no, but not in general, but too often not. Let me say it like this. So, no, it's like we have some with an amount of games we have. Maybe some players are a little bit overplayed. Harvey, who played exceptional for us this season, had a good starting game, but then couldn't keep going. And Thiago was ill last week, but not ill since 2-3 days anymore. So we think you bring fresh legs in, and think that makes sense. Up front, they play now all the time. That's the 3 strikers we have left. All these kind of things. But in the end, if you don't finish your situations off, they were there, and that changed the game obviously completely. In the moment when we are here 2-1 up, or even 1-0 up, would be helpful. But it's not given for us in the moment, and so we have to fight against it, and that's what we will obviously do.
Whether it's down to form or fitness, is it a lot down to individuals at the moment? Like guys who've been massive players for the club, like Fabinho and Trent come off today, guys just not at their best.
No, but a team performance is always an assumption of individual performances. It's always the same. It's never different. So how could it be different?
I don't know.
Yeah, I ask the question, and then it's of course because of that. So it's.
Well, I suppose what I'm asking is it a unity thing, a team thing, or is it sort of not solvable on the training pitch because it's individuals?
One leads to the other thing, so that's how it is. You can see that we have very good moments. I like a lot of parts of the game, but in all over, it's then not enough. Again, if you don't finish the situations off, then you leave it open. And again, we can watch this game completely, and you cannot defend like we defend around the second goal. It's just not possible, but we did. And I know that I'm not sure how that is to explain now, but it happened anyway, and that's why we lost. Otherwise, it would have been a point which would have been deserved as well. Fine, and then we take a point and go from there. Now we have nothing, which feels completely different.
So obviously, the big chances you're conceding is a season-long thing. Again, I know you want to fix it. It's not a quick fix, but how do you change that?
With working, it's not that it's gone. It's not just it's more difficult for us to in the moment to bring our quality on the pitch, and that's what you have to go. That's the situation has to go through. We accept that, and we fight against it.
You said earlier in the season we might need to reinvent this. Do you feel like it's a bigger thing than just a poor run of form?
It was a different situation. There were the players coming back and stuff like this, and it didn't work out. We had problems from the first day. That's obvious. But injury-wise, How I said, some players have to play then too often, and others come back and have to play too early. That's the situation because the games are coming thick and fast. So that's the situation we have. So it's now nothing to change about. So we will work, and we will. I don't know exactly. I understand as you ask, but I don't know exactly what you want to hear. They say now we fix it tonight and tomorrow it's gone, or we will never fix it. It's for sure somewhere in between. So, but it's our situation, and it means we have to help ourselves, and that's what we'll do.
Thanks for your time.
How good Leeds have actually been, even though they haven't taken the points from their